Soccer legend Diego Maradona was so obsessed with this pasta that they actually named it after him. Spaghetti alla Maradona is your classic aglio, olio, peperoncino, but with a twist. Welcome to Actually Italian. I'm Sal, and on this channel, I'm focused on giving you some authentic Italian recipes so you can cook like an Italian too. This is a really quick pasta recipe, so we want to start by boiling the water for the pasta. We're going to use a little less water than we typically would to boil the spaghetti. We're also going to use a little less salt than we normally would. Once the water is boiling and we toss the pasta in, we can focus on making the sauce. For that, we just need to put some good extra virgin olive oil into a cold sauté pan. This is when you want to use your good oil, the best you've got, because the flavor of that oil is an integral part of the finished product. Now we'll add the sliced garlic as much as you like, and fresh peperoncino if you have it. Dried is fine too. Now we're going to turn the pan on once we have everything in, because we want to slowly infuse that garlic and peperoncino into the oil. Once it's really sizzling, we can just shut it off. Now here comes the twist. In a separate pan, we're actually going to toast some fresh breadcrumbs. So I'll start with some olive oil. I've got homemade breadcrumbs here for the texture, but if you don't want to make your own, just use panko breadcrumbs. We're going to heat these in the oil just until it starts to crisp. You're basically just toasting them. Once they're nice and crispy, we're going to shut the heat off, and then we're going to sprinkle in just a touch of Parmesan cheese. Give it a good mix, and we'll set it aside. When the pasta is about 4 minutes away from being al dente, according to the package instructions, we want to turn that pan on again with the garlic and peperoncino. Then I'm going to take a couple of ladles of that cooking water, put it right into that pan. At this point, even though the pasta isn't close to being finished, I'm going to strain it and put it directly into the pan. We also want to reserve a little bit of that cooking liquid. This is called risottata. It's a technique that's going to make this sauce by treating the pasta as if it's risotto, meaning we're going to finish cooking it in the pan with the ingredients. During this process, we want to make sure that we have the pasta all integrated in the sauce and that you're testing the pasta for doneness. If it feels like it still needs some time to get al dente and the liquid looks like it's starting to get a little bit dry, then add some of that reserved cooking water to keep the process going. For a bit of freshness, I'm going to add some parsley. I just tested the pasta. It's perfectly al dente, so this is done now. We've got a nice creamy sauce as a result. There's a lot of flavor going on in this dish. That bold garlic flavor, the spice of the peperoncino, and then the fruitiness of the olive oil all really comes together. Then there's this added dimension from the breadcrumbs that really ties it together. And if it's good enough for Diego Maradona, it's good enough for us. If you found this recipe helpful, I'd love it if you give it a like. Make sure you stick around for more recipes.